What's going on, guys? Just come to you real quick. Wanted to show you a quick little product that I came across. You know, in the never-ending effort to try to make blue as comfortable as possible. And if you're new to the channel, blue is my 2019 Kawasaki Vulcan Voyager 1700. This is a beautiful bike so far. I got about maybe 2,500 miles on it. I just picked it up, and it's been great so far. And you know, I'm doing all that I can to try to, you know, bring the comfort items to it. I mean, it's got a lot of it covered already. One thing that I had issues when I first got it, because they were kind of out of alignment and in the wrong position, was these footrests here for the highway bars. You know, a lot of people said that the highway bars, again, I was looking at videos and looking at other people's, you know, reviews and stuff like that, and there's been some that they were absolutely dead on with, and some that not so much. Like the mirrors ain't such a big issue to me. People said that they had issues with the mirrors being a little too small and not really fitting the front and giving you visibility. I have no problem with it, but I did have issues with the footrest coming home. I have it fixed now, but I wanted to get something a little more comfortable. And the reason why I was hearing from these videos that people were saying that the footrests are way too far out, and you know, I can't reach them. It's just like they're horrible, whatever. I think it's because they're putting them down a little too far. This bar bends outwards, but it comes back in here. So if you leave them up fairly high here, it's going to be reachable. It's going to be a nice little stretch, and you can adjust from here. The reason why you want them up here too is because this little curve here tucks in nicely right against the side of your boot when you have your boot up here and tightly against. It stops the wind from going up your leg and all that, and keeps you fairly warm while you have your feet out there on the highway pegs. I was contacted by a company called Ben Lowry. They make parts for motorcycles, aftermarket parts. Primarily for Harley Davidsons. Initially, as you know, I don't own a Harley Davidson right now. But they do have some universal parts that they asked me to take a look at. And because I wanted to switch these up anyways, they have some pegs here. So we are going to check them out and see about the quality. The ones that are on here are pretty decent. They're nice chrome on it and everything. It looks like to be a nice sturdy part. So we're going to kind of compare what's on there. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure what's on here right now, what this is. I'm assuming that this is just another aftermarket part, but it looks good. It just has a little bit of a smaller pad here, and I still get a little bit of, you know, wobbling. And it has 3 strips of rubber here, and I'll show you in just a minute that the Lowry footrest has a lot more rubber there, so I'm hoping that'll equal a little bit more grip and keep my foot in place. All right, so just give you a little look real quick of the actual product, what's in there. I'm not going to do an unboxing because unboxings are stupid. Anyways, they are indeed some footrests, and I do notice right off the bat is that these are a lot wider than the other ones. I wouldn't say a lot wider, but wider still, and have more strips of rubber on there. These ones feel, you know, they're pliable, but they're a little firmer than the other ones that I have on there now. They look to be, I mean, you know, of course, let's just, you know, state it right off the beginning. You know, obviously this is from China, but I assure you, you know, Chinese products have a varying degree of quality depending on what you're shopping for. And I like to consider myself a connoisseur of eBay and aftermarket parts. So I know what I'm looking for, and I know what parts, what are you getting into. I mean, if you're buying parts for like, you know, $19.99, you're going to have to expect that it's going to be pretty poor, you know, chrome job and all that. But these look to be really thickly chromed, nice and smooth and all that. I'm not seeing anything wonky or you know, these look to be present. I don't see any like welds or anything like that, but the actual chrome itself is a pretty nice chrome. It looks pretty thick, nice and smooth and all that, similar to the old ones. These are pretty solid, even underneath. Now that's another thing that I look for too when I look at a product that's been chromed. Is you look on, you know, the bad side, look on the dirty side, the stuff where, you know, where it's actually working. And usually you're going to find that these are very dull there, maybe discolored and scratched and all that. You can see the grain of the metal in it. I don't see any grain of any metal, well, besides my fingerprints all over it. It's just really smooth, and I see no grain. And even in these bits here, even on the side that no one's seeing, it is nicely chromed. So, okay, yeah, that looks nice. It doesn't look cheap. So, so just wanted to give you a look. Of course, there's a couple bolts to put it in and a couple plastic washers to go in there. So I'm going to throw them on there. It's easy enough. I'm not going to do a full, install, but I'm going to throw them on there and see how they feel, see how they look. And also, if you have a kind of a different setup, or if you need a little bit extra room, these also come in an extension. So mine really don't need it because I have it on a higher placement, so the standard size is fine. But again, if you do need that extra length, they do sell these in the extended version. All right, it's pretty straightforward, and I believe it. Yep, same size here. So, in case you are wondering, it's a 8mm socket for the Ben Laris, and I believe the old ones as well. Although mine feel a little bit jiggly in there, so they might have been stripped a little bit. They're very similar to the old one. These are the old ones, obviously. They are a little bit smaller. These ones are going to give a little more foothold here. And I also don't see an adjustment on the back here. There's usually a small screw in the back where you can adjust how far this comes down. So when you tighten that screw and drive it into this bottom part that's hitting under here, it'll stop earlier. You know what I mean? And if you back it out, then it allows this to drop down all the way. This one's dropping all the way, which should be okay. It looks a little flat here. That's good and tight. Wow. So I was having trouble adjusting this thing, man. It's got a great grip under there. We'll see under riding and all that, as I'm sitting here just bashing on it. They look good. They're nice and flat. I can definitely feel the extra size that it gives me. Let me get you down here a little closer. So, yeah, they're nice. These rubber things are a lot better than the old one. I mean, it has, very similar. I believe this is probably just like another aftermarket, but again, this one wasn't bad. I mean, it's old, scuffed up and everything, but it was that footrest, and these three little things just weren't cutting it. My feet were sliding around on there, so that should be done with this. This feels good and grippy on my shoes, although I am wearing my Columbias right now. They got really good grip on the bottom, but we'll see as we ride. My waterproof boots have a pretty slick bottom, so hopefully these will give some grip and keep me nice and planted on there. They look good so far. And I'm going to do the other side. The fitment was something that I really like. I mean, it's on there pretty tight. I didn't think that because it didn't have any kind of adhesive or any kind of strip to put in there for tension, it really didn't need it. So they look good, man. And oh, wait a minute. I just found a screw. Give me 1 minute, because I think hidden feature, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, you remember how I was saying I don't see anything around here. Usually it's around here where it allows you to twist out, but on the outside here is a little screw that I just noticed there. Duh. Yeah, so that is awesome. Hidden feature. So it's a number 6 on the side, number 8 on the other side. So installation is 2 hole bolts that you'd have to adjust, a 6 and an 8. But that's awesome to find out. So yes, now you can go up, down, and you can adjust your pronation, supination, whatever you want to call this one. It looks like they did think of just about everything with this footrest. Now, I got to say, I'm not sponsored by Ben Lari, but they did send me these foot pegs to try out and kind of test. And so I'm going to try them out. I'm going to test them. It's fall, so we still got a few more riding days left, hopefully. So I'm going to get out there and really put them to the test and get them wet, and then see how much stickiness these things are, and just see how they hold up. They look good so far. I'm impressed with the quality. You can check out their website. I'm going to leave a link. They're usually on, eBay, Amazon. I believe they have stores on both of those platforms. They are not riding the train of charging excessive amounts just because it's for Harleys. They have affordable prices. And from what I'm seeing, for the price of these and what you get, I would say that it would be a pretty solid buy. But yeah, I'll try them out. Figured I'd give you a quick look at them. Like I said, Ben Lowry is not crazy expensive, so if you're looking for a little bit more affordable option and getting some highway bars on your bike, these should be. Now they're universal fit, but again, remember they have the extensions. So if you do have a weird setup, a little wonky setup, it really doesn't matter. You should be able to twist and turn these. And like I said, I'm not sponsored by them, but they did send me these. So thanks, Ben Lowry. We'll give them a try and we'll test them out for you and let you know how everything is going. Anyways, I'm going to get the other side on here, get this squared away, and I'll see you on the next one.